Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Chuck and Lisa Show. We're glad to have you join us. Everybody say hi, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
And that is our producer and my co-host in the other show, Mr. Darsh. How are y'all doing tonight? We hope you are well.
We're glad you joined, Chuck.
Yeah, are you?
Yeah.
I heard a rumor about that. Oops, I just knocked my camera off completely. I heard a rumor about that, my brother. So, in a very political world, we're trying to find topics that are non-political to talk about. And sometimes, as you might know, look at, I got that eye thing going on.
Sunglasses for a second.
I got reflector sunglasses. I like
sunglasses
it.
For a second.
That's pretty cool. In this very political world, it's sometimes really hard to find things that aren't political. So we've been racking our brains and making lists of everything that we could think of that would be fun to talk about. I'm going to complain about my F-150 later, but we'll do that later in the car section of this show. Hi, Miss Lisa. Are you having a good day?
I am. I'm reading our comments.
Yeah, what do we do?
And
What are comments?
there are comments that don't go to our page somehow.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That's funny. Maybe we'll
Something
use those for the
about
show.
Rodney King and some other stuff.
Oh, yeah? Cool. Hey,
That's not what I'm seeing.
I don't
I
either.
know. It's like I've got two different. I know.
Hit refresh.
Yeah. You know what?
You're gonna
By
smack
the end
me.
of tonight, I'm going to
We're
stab you.
gonna talk about that topic later, for sure.
No, it's not the computer thing.
What?
It's everything.
What did I do?
Hit refresh.
Oh, I know. Well, I'm Captain Obvious sometimes. I know that. I know you are a computer geek of the nth degree, Mrs. Nellis. You're very, very good. So am I, and that's part of the issue for us sometimes, is that both of us know computers so well. We are like, did you try this? And we just look at each other like, duh. So anyway, I am Chuck Nellis. And
Are you sure about that?
I think so. That's
Okay.
the rumor I keep hearing.
I think he's a Russian spy.
Everybody's a Russian. The Russians are coming. Yeah, I'm a Russian spy. That would be funny. All right, so did you put up the screen where you can find us?
Yeah,
right, cool.
Yes, sir.
All right, I am Chuck.Nellis.7 on Facebook, or Fakebook, as I call it. And I am also at Chuck Nellis on many, many, many sites.
And you're a Sasquatch.
And I'm a Sasquatch. I like that picture. It's almost Sasquatch season, too. So I'm ready to go.
Oh, yeah, because you know what? It was 60 degrees outside today, and people in Chapel Hill were wearing parkas. Kind of like Florida.
Dude, we hit 70. We pull out the winter clothes around here. You talking about?
Oh, yeah.
People put their Uggs on and stuff.
Listen, I remember being in Florida in November late November, way back when.
But what about when we were in Key West?
Oh, yeah.
It was like 65 one day, and people were freezing.
Yeah. Oh, that's how it was in Florida back then. Orlando actually got snow that day. It was pretty funny. People are going, oh my God, there's snowflakes.
That's happened to us a couple times over the last 40 years.
Yeah. Well, this is about 43 years ago for me. But yeah, I hear it happens like once every 15 years or something like that. You get a little snow down there. It's pretty wild. So anyway, I am at Chuck Nellis on Parler, Gab, Tumblr, WeGo, USA.life, CloutHub, and PolitiChatter.
You can read.
And I read them right down the line.
Well,
and
not really. You stuck Tumblr in there early.
No, that's in the order of busyness. I post all of mine in the order of how busy they are as sites. Parler is vastly the busiest, even more than Facebook, and then the rest I mentioned. So, Miss Lisa, where can we find you on the internet, ma'am? And I promise not to tell you how to do
Twitter
it.
this week.
Hey, Lisa got suspended finally.
No, I've been in timeout. I'm not suspended. I'm only in timeout.
Isn't that a suspension if you get a week?
No, suspended is like what you can't ever go back.
Well, you get suspended for a week.
Yeah.
Or you can say you're in twitmo.
No, I'm in
That's what we used to
timeout.
call it.
Twitmo, that's right.
I'm in timeout.
Remember that?
I'm in
Yep.
timeout because somebody said they were going to have a big fat party for Thanksgiving and have a whole bunch of people there. And I said, your grandmother is probably going to die. And somebody reported that.
I can't
So-
imagine why.
I guess you can't use the word die on Twitter.
Well, you can't allude that somebody's grandmother's gonna die.
I didn't say I'm going to kill your grandmother.
I did that.
You seriously,
You
you,
know
got
what?
you got suspended for that?
Yeah.
That's
and
ridiculous.
they pretended that if I took it away, they might put me back on. So I deleted it, and they said, "Sorry, you're still suspended."
Of course
That's
it is.
ridiculous.
That's Twitter. I don't miss it, do you,
I
Darsh?
got put in timeout one time because I said we should throw oranges at somebody. Literally, and I think it was like a cartoon character. I swear, it was promoting
Well,
promoting violence.
Remember that time I get suspended for using a Bible verse?
Yes.
Yeah.
A Bible verse!
It seriously
incredible.
makes no sense.
It is incredible.
But
So, Miss
anyway,
Lisa,
so
where
two
can
more
we?
days. 2 more days.
Yeah.
I'm back on Twitter.
Yeah, where can we find you on the internet?
Um,
And in real life?
in real life, I'm right here. I'm a camper
In North
in
Carolina.
North Carolina,
But
in
like,
Alamance County.
but like, if you look at your screen, it'll talk about things like your
I have a
store
blog, but I
and-
haven't updated it yet because I've been busy.
with your store.
I have a online store called Vintage Velma Finds at Etsy.
And what do you got on there mostly?
It's got jewelry. It's got vintage jewelry mostly, and some purses. And I'm getting ready to put some. I found some really cool 1940s, like Cracker Jack charms and memorabilia and things like that. And I'm starting to list those slowly.
She's got some neat stuff, guys.
That
You got to
was-
check
that was
out
a
her
neat
site.
box that we found.
If you like jewelry and knickknacks and things like that, she got some great stuff. She has some great stuff.
Yeah.
If you prefer English. Guess
Look, I've got it.
I done did get it.
And in my physical booth in Burlington, at X143 off I-40 and 85 south or north, but we have to go south to get to it.
That's true.
I have vintage Pyrex, jadeite, coffee mugs, Corningware,
Clothes,
some really nice clothes.
jeans.
Yes, candles, jeans, soap, and Christmas stuff.
Oh, lots of
Christmas
her
stuff.
Christmas ornaments
And
she
I
got
have
this year are
some
really cool.
really
She got a neat
vintage-
display for
I
it.
have some really, really vintage, shiny bright. You know, the old school
Yeah. Oh yeah. The
Mercury glass
ornaments.
ornaments that
Yeah.
they made in the 50s and 60s.
Yeah. So
Not the plastic ones, the
Right.
real glass.
now
ones.
she doesn't ship from her store because some of these things are really fragile and you just can't.
Yeah,
do
you
that,
can't
otherwise
like
they'll
those
break.
ornaments. You can't ship those
No.
because they come in a little pile of glitter.
Yeah, that sucks. So anyway, anywhere on the internet you want anybody to find you or no? I know mostly no.
Well,
That's true. You can't unless you're a friend of hers. You can't get on her Facebook account.
well, yeah. I mean, unless I know somebody that knows you.
Right. You need a reference.
Yeah, that. Yeah, that.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, on Instagram. I'm Louise
Yeah.
also.
Oh, well,
my
there you
Instagram.
actually. Yeah, you.
And
do.
I also have a vintage Velma Instagram.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
I didn't know
I
that.
haven't put much on there, but I do have that.
You just link it to your other site?
No,
Oh.
separate. I mean, they're linked together, but they're separate. They don't post the same
Right.
pictures.
We are doing so much, I can see why. Anything else you'd like to add, man?
No.
Okay. Mr. Dershey!
What up?
I already asked you how you're doing, and I know that you're better than you deserve, so we've covered that part.
Moving on.
What's happening? You doing all right?
I'm doing all right. Yep. And where you can find me is posted up there. I'm at Dersh, all those places. If you want to really find me, talk to me. See me at Cloud Hub, because that's where I hang out.
Yep.
Even though, as I told Chuck earlier, over the last 5 days, now 6 days, I have more followers on Parler in 5 days than I have total on Cloud Hub. And I've been.
I'm on Parlor too. I forgot, but I'm not going to talk to anybody.
You don't talk to anybody anywhere.
He really doesn't.
That's because y'all are mean.
You don't even talk to the left side.
No, I talk to people about not politics.
Wait, you do? Well, why don't you have more topics for not politics then? What do you talk about online?
Wine.
Oh, well, let's talk about wine.
Girl things.
Well, you can talk about girl things. I'm a good girlfriend when you need one.
Oh, my daughter.
Oh, your daughter. Tell her, yeah. We're on the air. All right, so, Dershey is the man with the plan. He also does a show with me after this called The Right Side of Politics, in which we do talk all politics. And if you're not on the right, you probably won't love it. But if you're on the left, you'll probably love it.
What?
I mean, if you're on the right, you'll love it.
Other way around.
I know. Reverse that completely.
Confuse my friends.
I confused myself just then. I don't know. Wait, what? That's
What?
not
Wait,
right.
what?
Anyway, and that's at 8:30 after this, and we'll post the links for that as well. But like I said, on this half hour, we tried to talk about things that are not political, because everything in the freaking world is political. So let's start with the silliest thing I could think of. What's your favorite cereal?
When you were a kid.
Oh, when you were, well, it doesn't have to.
It's when you were a kid and,
All right,
and
when you were,
now.
all right,
If
when
you
you were a
need it
kid, and what TV shows you
Okay,
like?
here's the three things.
I got
You're
a couple.
messing me up.
Hold on, you think about that for 1 second, because I got some very important things. We got nobody chatting in our chat room over here. We have a lot of fun doing that. You guys, there's no obligation to do it, but
And
if
no
you want
political
to,
questions.
and no political questions on this show, save them for the next show. Please join us in the chat room over there. Also, give us a thumbs up down below, and please,
and go to Facebook and like the Chuck and Lisa show page.
yeah, that too. But and also subscribe to this page, because then you can get updates. You'll get notification before we start.
Yeah.
So anyway, Miss Lisa, what was your favorite cereal as a kid?
Wait. Okay, here are the three things, because we're sort of
cartoon
60s
show
kids.
Yeah.
Favorite cereal, favorite cartoon, and favorite TV show that wasn't a cartoon when you were a kid.
All right,
All right.
go for it.
Whoa. Hang on a second. What was that? Favorite cereal?
Favorite when you were a kid.
Favorite cereal, favorite cartoon,
and
your favorite show.
Your favorite show that wasn't a cartoon that you like to watch, like when you were like, in elementary school.
We love you guys joining in. The reason why we ask you to join the chat is because then you can ask us questions or give us suggestions for topics to talk about.
Right.
We often will talk about something you guys suggest to us, because we just go all over the place. We're often known to go in the ditch.
I like your fake sunglasses.
I know, they're pretty cool, aren't they? Ooh.
So, mine?
Yes.
So, probably some form of Captain Crunch, although that's disgusting and I wouldn't eat it now.
Yeah.
That would be my favorite, I would guess. Didn't really like Cheerios very much, but my mom never bought them that often anyways.
Cheerios were so boring.
We used to each get to pick out.
They were the healthy food.
Well, yeah, but now they have 72 kinds of Cheerios. So
Right.
you can,
Oops. We don't need that. Didn't mean to screw you up there. Shit the button by
There
accident.
were two of us, and we used to each generally get to pick out one box
Okay.
that we could trade if we wanted to.
Right.
I like. They used to be called Sugar Smacks,
Yep.
and I like Corn Pops
Corn Pops.
because they also used to be called Sugar Pops.
Right.
Yeah, so those were the ones I liked, I think.
What? Okay.
And favorite cartoon.
Oh, mine's easy.
To watch on Saturday morning.
Mm-hmm.
I know you like Bugs Bunny or Looney Tunes or whatever, right? You can talk about that. I don't know. My favorite. I actually didn't like Scooby-Doo when I was a little kid.
What?
I
That's
don't know.
blasphemy. No, it's not blasphemy.
I
but
didn't like it then. I
Really?
like it better now.
I loved it.
Um,
That was my second
I
favorite.
think I like Bullwinkle.
Bullwinkle was
I
cool.
love Bullwinkle.
And Natasha and,
And
Boris.
also because they had the smart guy, professor or whatever,
Yeah.
that was the dog,
Yeah.
and Sherwin or whatever his name
Sure,
was.
right, exactly.
Yeah, I like that, I think. And favorite TV show, probably Brady Bunch.
The Brady
Yeah,
Bunch.
that I would have, or the Partridge Family.
Yeah.
All right, I'm done.
Alrighty, so let's see. My I was trying to remember what it was. I think it was like, but it had a little cherry puff things in it.
That was Crunch Berries.
Crunch Berries.
Captain Crunch with Crunch
Yeah,
Berries.
that was it. Captain Crunch
Remember,
Berries.
they only used to have about 3 different kinds. They
Yeah.
had Crunch Berries, regular, and peanut butter.
Yeah, those were my favorite. So, and then as far as cartoons, it's definitely Looney Tunes. And Bugs Bunny actually had a great influence on my life. If you see my sarcastic attitude in life, you can thank Bugs a lot for that.
But did you like all the Looney Tunes, like the Roadrunner?
Oh gosh,
and all
yes.
that, and
Oh yeah. I always wanted the Roadrunner
Porky
to get.
Pig,
I always wanted the Roadrunner to finally get caught.
and Daffy Duck was so annoying.
That classic cartoon of the coyote going beep beep my ass with his hand around the bird's neck. That. And TV show, it's definitely the same thing. It's either the Brady Bunch or the Partridge Family, but I have to lean towards the Partridge Family for one simple reason. Susan Day is my third cousin.
Yeah?
Yeah. I don't think I ever
and
told you that.
Bewitched. I forgot Bewitched.
Oh, God. I had a crush on her from the day I was born.
You still do, even though she's dead.
I do. She was just so beautiful. She really was.
She was a mess.
Oh, well,
in real life.
A lot of people are.
Yeah, like a real mess.
Yeah. Yeah, I was too young to enjoy that mess.
What about Dersh?
How about you, Dersh? What was your favorite stuff?
Well, cereal, I only ate as a kid, a couple cereals, and Raisin Bran was probably my favorite, and Wheaties. Those were the 2 I ate all the time. Favorite cartoon, man, that's tough. I love Bugs Bunny. I watch that all the time, but I watched all the cartoons all the time. Yeah, I don't know. If I had to pick a favorite, if you nail me down to say this is the only one you could watch, it would be Scooby-Doo, I think. Now, before Scrappy, I couldn't stand Scrappy. Yeah, pre-Scrappy, Scooby-Doo would probably be the one that I never missed. And my favorite non-cartoon TV was actually a cartoon, sort of, was the original Batman. Yeah, that was my favorite.
Yeah. Oh, I love the original, the TV.
That's when I hated being a
They were
smart
so
little
campy.
kid, because every week when they were about to die, I was like, they're not going to die because then they won't be back next
then
week.
they can't do next week's show.
Right.
And I love the ending of that show every time. Will they survive? Well, the intrepid heroes or whatever, however they described them, which was always hilarious.
Always different.
But you know what? If you watch it now versus being
So
as a
campy.
kid,
Oh my god.
it's so campy. As a kid, we just saw it for face value and just
now there's like a few.
Now there's so many.
entendres in
There's
there.
so many allusions in
Yeah.
there to several things about them
It's kind
and
of like
about.
some Disney movies are like that.
Oh yeah, well Disney likes to put their little scenes in there where it's got
Yeah.
something in it.
No, I don't mean like that. I mean just the phraseology.
Mm-hmm. Yep, very much.
Oh yeah,
so.
here we go. Parlor. Nobody's talked to me yet.
I can't imagine why. What was that first post you said?
Hey,
Look,
what's up?
Leave me
Hey,
alone.
Hey, here's my first post. Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm Nell's wife. Parlor sucks. Ban me or keep me.
That's a good
What
start.
do the little eyeballs mean? Are those people looking at your post?
Yeah. How many people saw it?
Well,
Ah,
you know why?
why?
Because I can't find anybody to follow.
Well, there's some. Just look.
Look, here's who I should follow. Ted Cruz. Sean
That's my
Hannity,
buddy.
Mark Levine. Dinesh D'Souza. Devin Nunes. Tucker Carlson.
Well-
Bill Robertson. No, none of those people, sorry.
I think Parler's further to the right than CloudHub is, and there's nobody from the left on CloudHub.
Well, actually, on Parler, there are a bunch of trolls now.
My
a whole
friend-
bunch of the ones from Twitter have migrated.
Some of my friends have tried it and gotten kicked off immediately, so
Kicked
maybe
off?
I'm just invisible.
Kicked off. Nobody
Yeah.
gets kicked off Parler.
That's not true.
I haven't seen anybody get kicked off Parler.
Well, I don't think they like hang up a sign.
Unless they threaten somebody or do something that's
I don't
irrational.
So anyway, so that was a fun experiment. Not.
Well, that's what you get. Hey, Bullwinkle! You got your martini and your cigar, man? My buddy.
Bullwinkle.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
There used to be a kids, like Chuck E. Cheese. There used to be a place called Bullwinkle's in North Carolina.
Yeah,
I think they all went out of business. I'm
I
not
remember
sure.
those.
But
They were
my
cheap.
daughter had a birthday party there one year. It's great.
That's pretty cool.
I just got a news flash on our neighborhood. I have a Ring doorbell,
Yeah.
and it just flashed up a news flash that there's a bear in the neighborhood.
Ah,
Oh, cool.
again?
Yeah.
It's you.
You got a picture of the last one, didn't you?
No, I got video from a neighbor. The neighbor's Ring doorbell walked right in front of their house. But yeah, it's the bear's back. We have coyotes,
cool.
we have bears, we have
Oh, no, that's great.
we have a large flock of turkeys.
Right. That's cool. My friend his handle is Bullwinkle J Moose. He says the creator was Bullwinkle was a Harvard graduate. It was political
Yeah.
satire and it was banned in several countries.
it sure
it was
was. It
political
sure was.
satire in a big
It
way.
sure was.
As a kid, you didn't know that, but when you see those now, you go, "Holy crap!" Because you didn't know then. You were just watching a moose and a squirrel
Right.
fly around
Well,
and stuff.
Look who the first lady is, Natasha.
Natasha and Boris.
Well, no, yeah. He's no Boris, but
Oh, stop.
anyway.
Moving right along.
I like that show.
That was a good
And I
one.
like when they did what was it called? The fairy tales?
All right. Speaking of coyotes, I got it.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
What else you got?
No, please tell what happened this weekend.
All right. So the other night, one of our neighbors, ratty-looking, meth head-looking dude.
Well, first
to
I
be
thought
very
it was
honest.
somebody else. I thought it was somebody I was buying something from that came to the house.
So I answer the door, and this guy's standing there. He's a neighbor down the street, and apparently he's got a little chicken coop with some chickens, and he comes over and he goes, "Your cat killed my rooster."
No, he goes, "Do you have a black
Hey,
cat?"
oh yeah, he goes, "Do you have a black cat?" And I was like, "Yeah." So, huh? Yeah, we have a little black cat, and sure. And he goes, "Well, your black cat killed my rooster." And I went, "What?" To summarize, I said, "A 6-pound cat killed your rooster."
Roosters weigh 12 or 13 pounds.
Roosters are huge.
Yeah.
So, after this guy, and then he starts getting mad and angry and all this, and I'm like, "Dude, you better not mess with me." I said, "I'm a Navy vet. I don't play around. And if you shoot at my animal, you're going to have to deal with me." And I didn't really want to have to deal with anybody. I was sitting there having a nice quiet night, and this guy starts ranting and raving and all that stuff. So that was kind of crappy.
Well, he also said, here's the
Yeah, you add
fun
to it.
part for me. He goes, if that cat goes on my private property,
He doesn't own it,
he
first
rents, first of all, I could shoot it. So I heard that part, and I came in the kitchen right behind Chuck, and I went, hey, aren't you on our personal property right now? Can we shoot you? He kind of left after that, didn't he?
After what I was saying and what
Yeah.
you said, he's like, I gotta go. And I said, don't mess with my animals because I won't take it well.
Also, the chickens are in freaking cages.
Oh yeah, I forgot this part. He goes, yeah, your cat killed our rooster. And I said, was it in the cage? He goes, yeah. I said, was the cage breached? He goes, I don't understand that. I said, did somebody get into it? He goes, well, something tried to dig into it. I said, did it dig into it? And he goes, no. I said, then how the hell would my cat have killed your rooster? It was just too funny. I don't know what this guy was smoking. Probably meth. Yeah, seriously. Well, he's got that meth head look. You know how some people do? So, or some people are.
I'll take the fifth on that one.
Yeah, I know. But anyway, that was the weirdest freaking thing that happened over the week.
And then we were afraid he might really shoot the cat.
Well, and I have guns all over the place, so
No, you don't. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm not too worried about anything. Let's see. That's a cat you didn't know. It's spoof. Yeah, it's a spoof on the Cold War and
Yeah.
Fractured Fairy Tales too. That's cool. Pee-wee. Yes, Pee-wee adds a-hole neighbors. Except I'm being nice. Yes, you can choose your family. You don't choose your family. You can choose your friends. You can't choose your neighbors.
Well, you can if you move.
Yeah.
Or their
can't-
house can burn
can't-
down.
Oh,
Yeah.
gosh.
You can if you just buy up the whole neighborhood and then
Right.
rent it out.
Or if you
Well-
live on an island by yourself.
That would be fun. All right, so let's see. Anything more on cartoons and such, or you want? Let's go to computers. Lisa says, "Can you usually fix your own computer problems?" Of course she can, and I always try to help because I've been a computer
Well,
geek my
first
entire
of all,
life.
because I have a Mac.
And Lisa has a
I've
Mac.
had a Mac since 1988.
Yeah.
Not the same one, obviously.
Yep.
I think I paid more for that first one than I could buy a car for right now.
Oh gosh, yes.
Um,
Well, how much was that? $2,000.
at the time,
Yeah.
no. Well, I got the Mac SE. which
So that was
more.
a little. It was more. That
So
was
it
the
was
more.
like $3,000.
Oof.
I had to finance it.
You
Obviously.
know what you can get for a $3,000 computer now? You get one of those
Oh, you get one of those
Alienwares.
gaming things.
Yeah, the Alienware
and
ones.
probably with a 3D printer.
Pee-wee, you're a hoot. You still lick stamps?
He licks them even though you don't have to.
Yeah. Well, anyway, Lisa's been doing that since then, and I've been doing DOS since. Are we making a martini, sir?
Making an orange drink.
Oh, is it a
looks like beer's
martini?
invisible.
No.
No, it's not a beer. It's a seltzer.
Bullwinkle's having a martini. You should join him.
Oh, we're gonna go to JR this weekend, Bullwinkle.
Oh, yeah, we're going to JR's. Because I taste for a cigar. I haven't had a cigar since I quit smoking cigarettes 6.5 years ago. Yeah, Macs don't have a lot of problems often, but when they happen, they're usually something big.
Right,
But-
and I fixed my own last.
What'd you do, restore on it?
I did this first aid, that didn't work. Then I reset the cram, that didn't work. Then I did something else, that didn't work. It kept what it would do. It would boot half the way up and then shut down. Finally, I just did a system restore.
Right,
I was afraid I didn't have a backup, so I was a little bit afraid about that, but it came out fine.
that's cool. It worked. That was
It
great.
worked.
Bullwinkle adds Alienware was bought out by Dell. Really? That's a shame. I always liked them as an independent company because they made badass computers. Lisa and I both fix our own computers. Dershie, do you do most? Well, you obviously do. You taught computers for 30 years, for
Yeah.
crimety's sake.
Not only do I fix them, I also build them.
I used to do that.
Uh,
Is it-
Yeah,
That's what Michael did, my son.
I always have. That's from the very beginning. You talk about computers. Like my very first computer was an Apple, the original Apple. It was $2,200.
I bet you wish you still had that.
Yeah, it's worth about 10 times that right now.
I know.
But yeah, I had 48K of memory, uppercase, keyboard only.
Yeah.
No hard drive. It was tape backup.
Yeah.
Green screen with 4 shades of green. That was my first for $2,200. You know what you can get for $2,200 now?
Oh my goodness! You can get a Mac.
A lot.
Well, that's basically what yours cost, almost, right?
You can get like 3 of the new Macs.
Right. That's
the one Dershi
just got.
$699 Mac though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Which is
What
was that name of that game? Was it Zork? Where you would just like type in things and it would tell you where to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. My dad bought the Altair 4800, which was the
stuff at the time.
Top of the line.
It was a hobby kit originally, and so it came in a box, and you literally had to put the whole thing together yourself. That was our first computer. Of course, my dad taught computers at the college as well, university level. And when I was a freshman in college, the school I was at got their first mini computer, which was back then it's not quite as big as a mainframe, but small businesses could use them, so on and so forth, and that came in a box as well.
Right.
We literally had to run wires through the ceiling to connect the terminals. They're dumb terminals. You had to solder the connections together. We did all of that. So I really got a great education, hands-on education, when I was learning computers back then.
That's the best way to do it too.
Yeah.
My dad didn't know anything about. Well, he did from working with them, but not on them. So when I started working at Radio Shack, he thought that was really cool because the first thing they said is, if you want to sell the TRS-80, you got to learn DOS. So I had to learn freaking DOS.
DOS is easy.
It is now in our heads, but then it was all brand new to us. And then it was, at first it was a little bit like, okay. Then it clicked and it was like, this is cool. But if you can't fix your own computer, don't try. My parents are the perfect example of people who don't know how to fix a computer who try. Consequently, they screw it up so bad they have to call somebody in to get it fixed. Get it fixed. This is like a yearly event for them. Oy.
Well, what did your daughter used to do? She used to click on virus sites all the time, right?
Oh yeah. So I was always cleaning. She'd go see these anime things that were on questionable sites, and she didn't care. She didn't know any better. So I was constantly cleaning hers out and restoring it and whatnot. All right, let me see what the guys are saying here on the side. Bullwinkle, as far as JRs go, he says he orders from them online, and he lives about 4 hours south of there. So you're in northern South Carolina, I'm guessing. And he also adds that he has a Sun Unix. I used to love the Unix program. It actually worked better than DOS in ways.
A lot of ways, it was far superior.
It really was. It didn't have the problems, and it wasn't as hackable.
Well, that's what the Mac operating system is built on top of the Unix.
Yep.
I had my last laptop. I had a secondary main source that I could go through Unix instead of going through DOS, and that was pretty cool. This one, it doesn't do that. All right, now Pee-wee, we are not in different locations. I'm sitting across the table from my beautiful bride right now.
I can go sit with you if you want me to.
I'm in a different location.
You are. You're in a different planet.
You're in a different planet.
Well, I'm always on a different planet. Let's see what else they're talking about. They're talking about guns. Yeah, you could buy a couple Henry rifles for the price of a computer, yes. But you also can't do the internet on your Henry rifle.
No. Well.
At least not yet.
Not yet.
No, not yet. No, that would be a problem. He's in Georgia. Are you anywhere near
Alpharetta.
Alpharetta. Okie doke. Let's see. Next subject. Let's see. What's we talked about this briefly last year, but Home Alone.
We did that last week.
We did talk about that in depth. Okay. I
so.
can't remember. I talk all the time.
Well, look, Pee Wee, he was talking about hunting. I was actually gonna
all right.
write that down today because I didn't write down anything to talk about.
Dershie, you better get Jerry over here if we're talking about hunting.
Because I have a job.
Because I used to love hunting.
Well, first of all, you said Jerry was out hunting in 20-degree weather.
He is. Our friend up in Minnesota is out bow hunting. What is Jerry hunting for today, Dersh?
I don't know, some kind of bow.
Yeah.
He said it was bow hunting. I wanted to know what kind of bow he was looking for.
He's hunting Christmas bows.
Pee Wee goes with a Henry. I won't need a computer. But how are you going to talk to me? That's not going to work, man. You got to have a computer.
So I have never.
You've never hunted?
Hunting.
No?
I don't think. Not even as a companion.
Yeah.
I've been fishing a lot. That's sort of like hunting for fish, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. The fishing is fun.
I'm not sure if I could shoot a mammal.
Oh, I could. Well,
maybe I could shoot a rat.
Don't you point at me when you're saying that.
Don't turn your back on Lisa, Chuck.
No.
You know the worst.
Don't you remember that time there was a big fat mouse or whatever in our sink and you shot it?
All right, I'll tell this story because it's funny as hell. I'm a crack shot, left-handed or right. Always have been.
It was a rat.
And there was this. Well, it was about a rat.
It was either a huge mouse or a baby rat.
It was either a full-grown mouse or a rat, and it's sitting on. It got somehow into the house, and it's up on our counter in the kitchen. And Lisa goes, "Oh my God, there's a rat in the kitchen." I said, "But I got to get my BB gun."
I was like, "Yeah, right."
So I sat down in my chair, took an aim, shot the thing right between the eyes on the counter.
Didn't break anything else.
And I didn't, and there was glassware all around it, and I didn't hit anything but the mouse. I was rather pleased with that.
And then I made you take it outside because I wasn't going to touch it.
No, there weren't even rat guts everywhere.
Well, no, or rat gut.
Rat gut. Yep. I've been shooting my whole life. My first gun I ever shot was an M16. My dad worked for Colt, and we were in South Korea, and he got me out to the gun range one day, and the guys were nice enough to let me shoot at age 12 a Colt. Hey, tell Jerry to get on here. He needs to join this conversation.
Probably defrosting.
He probably is frozen out in the tundra. We never heard from Jerry again. He froze. He thawed out come spring.
Oh.
For y'all who live in Minnesota, you're crazy. It's cold.
Dang straight on that.
Minnesota. We have good moccasins, though.
Well, Jerry's also sending us coffee, and he's trying to win us over from Black Rifle Coffee to his new coffee company.
The beard thing?
Bearded Vet, I think it is. So there you go, Jerry. You got a plug for your Bearded Vet. And he's also sending us more saucy. He makes his own saucy. Very good.
Oh, we found the recipe?
He did.
Oh, good.
He did. So that's on the way, apparently. Let's see. Okay, Lisa, this one's for you.
Okay.
We've been saving this topic. Hold on a second.
What?
Before I go to there, Bullwinkle, in New York City, where you can't own a gun, I shot rats with a 911. 1911. No kidding, they turned to mush. Bet you'd have to use a shovel to scoop them up.
Ew.
Ooh, that's disgusting.
Ew. I hope it was outside.
Probably not. All right, next topic. Lisa,
Yeah?
what's the worst thing anyone in your family has ever done that you know of?
Well, you guys need to go first, okay?
Okay, yeah, you're the kind of the
You guys
ultimate
need to go
climax
first.
for that.
You guys need to go first.
Darcy, you can have the lead on that. Anybody in your family ever done anything rotten?
Or notorious?
Or notorious? I have a notorious one.
You guys got to warn me about these topics beforehand.
Do you want to save it for next week? We can.
No, go ahead.
No, I'm good. He can think and I'll talk about it first because I got a good one.
Okay.
I've got a distant relative. I don't know exactly how. Well, I do know that it's through my father's mother. was Mayor Curley of Boston. He was infamous. He was basically a gangster. He was a mobster. Yeah. He got arrested multiple times. He got arrested the last time for mail fraud. And that's how they finally got him office, because he kept getting reelected, even though he was dirty as hell. And they finally got him for mail fraud, and he went to prison for 10 years for that one. So Mayor Curley, nice job. You win the most notorious person in my family award.
That you know of.
On the flip side, the coolest person that I know of, part of my family.
Yeah, you can do that part too.
Nellis Air Force Base. Colonel Nellis.
Are you related?
Distant cousin or something like that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, there aren't many Nellises around.
There's too many.
That isn't nice. Hey guys, please like our show down below and please subscribe. Then you'll get a notification before the next show. We do not talk politics. We want to have fun for an hour. There's so much politics. It just consumes our lives. And by getting away, it actually does your brain some good. All right, so
does Dershie have one yet?
Dershie, did you think of anything yet?
I think I need to go last.
Yeah, yours is a good one. Lisa's is really a good one.
You know, we have no criminals or anything like that.
Well, that's good.
In our family. But I think that probably
Did you do anything weird?
The worst thing that I know of, and of course, that's doesn't mean that any things ever happened, was my Uncle Jerry, who
yes, he was a Democrat.
Shut up. And then he died.
He was his birthday was called up in the draft lottery for Vietnam.
Right.
And as a kid, he playing baseball. He busted up his knee pretty bad. But it actually to a point where he couldn't play baseball anymore.
Well, that sucks.
And so he went in to get his, take the exam.
Right.
And while he was in there, the doctor is looking at his knee and is like, I don't know, I'm concerned about this knee. There could be, water on it. We might have to take x-rays and check this out, whatever. And he says, the doctor said, I'm going to go schedule an x-ray. He stepped out of the room. My uncle took his shoe off. He had a boot. And started beating on his knee as hard as he could beat.
Why?
So he didn't have to go.
So he didn't have to go.
Right, and I mean, he said he beat it up pretty bad. It was swollen and black and blue and everything. Anyway, he got a 4F because of his knee.
Oh man. Well, that's the guy who did it. That's the guy who did not want to go to Nam.
Yeah, that's about the worst thing that I know of in our family.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Okay.
All right, Lisa's got a doozy.
So, my biological dad was 12 years older than my mom, I think.
Mm-hmm.
When they got married, they split up when I was 4 or 5, I think. We saw him for a little while, then we didn't see him for a long time. And then we heard that he had moved to Florida.
Right.
And so I think we would write to each other once in a while, not very much really, because he was, to be honest, he was a deadbeat dad and he didn't pay his child support.
Mm-hmm.
But me being a little kid and stuff, I didn't care because he was my dad. So, we didn't hear from him very often or anything like that. And so I was at school at Duke my freshman year, and my grandmother called, and she was like, "Did you hear what happened?" And I was like, "Nope, I'm at school. I don't hear anything that happened anywhere unless I read a newspaper or it's on the radio and it's very famous." She goes, "Well, your grandfather, I think it was your papa, was reading the paper, and he saw a thing where it said, I can say his name because he's dead.
He's dead.
Yeah. So his name was Edward G. Wellens, Welenc. It's a Polish name. There's not that many of them out there. There's probably There's no mistaking that it was him. So he was reading the paper, and he saw that Eddie shot his wife. And I was like, what? And she's like, Eddie shot his wife. And so, come to find out, he was living in Florida. He got remarried. He, seemed to be fine. He got fired. They were both working at the same place. He got fired. It was like kind of pre-postal. He went postal. He went back to the place. I hear that he was not wearing any clothing, but a sheet. Went back to the
So
place.
his brain just snapped.
Went back to the place. Shot the wife
Oh, yeah. In a sheet.
in a sheet.
Toga.
So he went to prison for the rest of his life.
Oh, yeah.
My sister and I were gonna go try and meet him. Unfortunately, he died while we were on the way there.
Yeah. What were you? You actually canceled doing something else.
I missed my son's team, who was in the state cup playoffs every year for soccer, every year since he was 11.
Right.
And came in second most years and had never won.
Right.
And that year they won the state cup, and I missed it because I was on the way down to see Eddie.
And he was dead.
Jeez.
So, but the kind of amusing part is when people ever go like, "Oh, do you have anybody in your family in prison or whatever?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, what did you do? Oh, they were like sold pot. What'd they do? Oh, drug trafficking. What did? Yeah, my dad's in prison. What did he do? He shot his wife." Immediately they go, "Your mom? He shot your mom?" I'm like, "No,
No.
his other wife, his other wife."
Later, wife.
But so that was just like an interesting conversation piece for a while, but he's dead. So, oh, and also the funny part is, I was I think they had my address because he wrote to me once in a while, and I think they had my sister's address, but I was the oldest, so they sent me all of this crap in a bag when he died.
Yeah.
And there were all these sheets with. Apparently, he was like a bookie, and he bet on like NASCAR races and basketball. I think that was it, NASCAR and basketball.
Right.
And that was before I was even watching NASCAR, so it was pretty funny.
That's a good transition to racing.
Exactly.
Nice transition.
Oh, by the way, they're practicing the new car on.
How cool.
Testing the new car on the Roval tomorrow instead of on the regular track.
They were testing there the other day too.
They were testing on the regular track.
No, they were on the Roval.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And apparently the car, it looks really good.
Apparently it's going to be totally different to drive.
Yeah.
Totally different.
Yeah, a lot smaller.
But the shifting is different and everything.
Yeah, different transmissions, different engines, all modernized.
So
Quite
we're going to talk
interesting.
about NASCAR now.
And racing and stuff.
And racing and stuff.
First of all, if you watch the last races this season with all the rain delays, what's your opinion on rain tires? Lisa,
We already did this.
I know we're going to do it. We did?
Yeah, we did.
We covered it?
I thought we did.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
I thought we did.
Thank you.
I don't know. I think for a road course, yes. For a
Yeah, I guess we did
super
cover
speedway,
it.
no.
Here, look on there and see if there's anything we didn't
Well,
talk
no, we
about.
were going to
that
talk
you
about the new stuff that's going on. Like,
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, let's talk about next season.
like
I had
John
enough,
Hunter
actually.
Nemechek said he was not coming back to front
Yeah, he
row.
must have a better ride.
Like, yeah, we'll find out.
Yeah.
We'll find out.
I was looking at it the other day. There are about 5 or 6 rides still open.
Corey LaJoy still doesn't have a ride. Ty Dillon doesn't have a ride, but who cares?
Right. Those are all lesser teams and lesser drivers. But the big news is really the. Oh, I know what the big news is.
At the front door.
What the heck is going on?
She's got a woman.
Darcy, have you got a woman over there?
Yeah, her name's Alexa.
Tell Alexa to shut up.
Shut up,
She's
Alexa.
yelling at me because someone's at our front door.
Ah, We're coming to tell you that your cat killed a rooster. He doesn't even have a cat.
Oh my God! A 6-pound cat killing a 12-pound rooster.
Absolutely. Cats
When a
don't even mess
3-pound
with
rooster
roosters, but-
kill a 6-pound cat. Oy. No, the biggest, coolest news has nothing to do with one of the drivers. To be honest, is Jamie Little.
Oh, right.
She got named to be the play-by-play announcer for Arca's Menard series. She is the very first woman named to be the voice of a national motorsport series.
That's awesome.
Ever. She's been in NASCAR probably 20 years since she was a young girl.
That was Chris
young
Noda
woman.
got fired.
Yeah, Krista. But Jamie Little, you know Jamie Little, right, Dersh?
Yes.
I think it's wonderful because
That's
I
very
watch
cool. She does so much,
ARCA
yeah.
all the time, every week pretty much. And it's a good series. It's like what did we figure out? Single A.
Yeah.
Single A
It's kinda
of
like the Durham
NASCAR.
Bulls.
Right,
Yeah.
it's kind of like the Durham Bulls of NASCAR. So that's kind of cool.
Oh, speaking of a woman getting hired for
Yeah.
something, just to throw that out
Yeah,
there
do it.
for a second.
Yeah.
Did you see a woman got hired to be a general manager of a Major League Baseball team?
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yep. So it's the off season now for NASCAR. So we talked about what
It's
the
only
last race.
89 days till Daytona.
Yay! Can't wait. Can't wait. Do want to send a prayer request out there though. Ken Squire, who's a
All right.
legendary
He's got the
announcer. He's got coronavirus and he's 89. You said
85 or 89.
he's old. He's not a little old. He's a lot old.
He's older than you. He's a lot older.
Everybody's. I'm going to change decades this
I know,
month.
guys.
Dershi, I'm changing
I've
decades.
been there, man. I've been there, done
Is
that.
it next week? Wait, next week's show would be the 24th.
Let's see.
So yeah, that has to be your birthday party show.
Yeah, next week's the last one before my birthday.
Yeah. It'll have to be your birthday
I
party
can't
show.
believe it. Where did the years go? I just don't know where
You said
they
you
went.
thought you'd be dead.
Well,
by
you know,
the party.
2020 has been the worst 5 years of my life. So
No kidding.
I really plan. 2020.
Ugh.
Yeah.
but it
From
did
now on
work
in
at
the
home.
history, everything that's totally gefucked.
Gefucked. That's a new word.
I know, I just make shit up. Is gonna 2020. You're gonna say that's just so 2020.
Probably.
When something's completely hosed,
Probably.
it's completely 2020. And 2020 no longer means perfect vision, and now means completely screwed.
I got that right.
It used to mean when you say
Hindsight's
2020, that means
2020.
hindsight is perfect. Now hindsight is gefucked.
That's a new word. I like
That's
it.
a new word. Where were we? I lost track.
We got 5 minutes.
I know.
I'll save it for next week.
Oh wait.
I had an idea.
What? Talk for a second.
I want to save it for next week. I'll throw the question out there, but we won't talk about it, okay? For
Okay.
anybody who watches Jeopardy, yes, we are sad about Alex Trebek.
Oh
Who do you
I
think?
miss Alex.
Right, but let's save it for next week.
Yeah.
Who
Hey,
do you think
yeah.
would be the perfect person, even if they're not on the list of whoever they think is going to do it?
We want you guys in the chat room and listening
Who do you
to
think
tell
would be the
us
perfect
over the
person?
week who you think. I did a question on Facebook about that.
Did you?
Actually, I did it everywhere.
Yeah.
But I got 200 responses on Facebook.
Yeah.
The most
That's a
interesting one you told me last night.
Don't say it.
What?
We're going to talk about it next week.
Dang. She ruins all my fun. Not really, but
What?
I'm kidding.
I know. I'm Killjoy.
I had one more thing I wanted to bring up.
Oh, wait.
Just thought of it.
Killjoy. Just re-
You're-
Mr. Rabada, where he says Kilroy at the end.
You're a Karen.
I'm not a Karen.
Don't be
You're
a
a
Karen.
Karen.
I'm not a Karen.
Oh my God, there's another word from 2020, 2019. Now all of a sudden nobody's going to name their kids Karen because they'll be made fun of.
He got that right.
That'll pass like everything.
There's actually a thing. I don't remember where, but it's like the grandmother, the mother, and the daughter, and they like have like different names
Right.
of annoying women.
Mm-hmm. Names are interesting because they're kind of cyclical. You know, like Emma came back.
I had that name first.
I know, but they also had it 200 years first.
No, not 200 years. My great grandmother in 1890.
Do you think they were the first?
Maybe.
They go in cycles, like Sarah's and Emma's and all the biblical names.
And everybody in my freaking elementary school classes was named Lisa. I hated my name when I was little.
Right.
I hated it. There were 4 Lisas in one of my classes.
Yeah. I thought my daughter's name was the most original name I ever came up with. I named my daughter Ryan, and
So everybody thought she was a boy.
Right, but I named her after both Meg Ryan and Nolan Ryan because I thought the name was cool. And she goes to preschool one day. Well, her first day, there are 3 other girls named Ryan in the preschool.
That's very funny.
What are the chances of that? I was like, but I made that up, and I'm like, well, apparently they.
No, you didn't.
Well, I mean, but I didn't think any other girls were gonna.
At least you didn't spell it stupid. Like
Oh, there's so many spellings.
RIANNE.
There's a lot of those. The
I
weirdest
hate
word.
that. That's so
Okay,
stupid
there
when
was,
they
I
do
work
that.
with some. This is how she spelled her name: BRYTKNEE. Brittany.
Brit. Where's the K? Brittany.
Listen. BRYTKNEE.
Like me.
Brittany.
Knee. Brittany.
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 Why isn't there just a freaking hyphen in them?
That's so dumb.
I don't know, but I did know a little girl that had 2 hyphens, or not hyphens, 2, not commas, apostrophes, 2 apostrophes. Her name was Ta, apostrophe, Ja, apostrophe, Nay.
Okay.
This was back in the 80s.
Hmm.
Her parents named her that on purpose.
The weirdest spelling
They
of
called her Tangerine, though.
nice. The weirdest spelling of Ryan I saw was RIAHN.
Well, isn't that Irish, maybe?
I guess so, maybe. I don't know. It was like that's.
I love the
interesting.
Irish names. When it's like Siobhan, and it looks like it's Siobhan. Or
Yeah.
like,
Uh,
anyway.
Oh.
Oh, it's 8 o'clock. Yay, I can leave.
It's not. Oh God, Lisa's
Huh.
good weed. There was good weed in the
I
80s.
just got home from work, and I had to come in here and do this, and I love
Oh
you guys.
no.
And I love you, and I love Dersh, and I love everybody except Pee-wee. I'm just kidding, Pee-wee.
Eli.
um,
Well, Pee Wee just said something you'll agree with.
good
Well,
weed in
except
the
you
80s.
weren't smoking weed in the 80s.
No, I was not. No, I was a child in the 80s.
You were a child of the 80s.
I
You weren't
know.
a child in the 80s.
I didn't turn 21 until 1984.
82. Oh, right, 84.
So there.
Well,
Somebody laughed
There you
at me at work the other day when I said I was working on a needlepoint project in high school in 1978,
yeah,
and I still have it, and I've never finished it.
yeah.
And she said, "Did you just say you were in high school in 1978?" Yeah. She goes, "I was born in 1977."
That's funny.
Shut up.
Well, fortunately for you, you look very young for your age. Believe it or not, Lisa and I were in the same graduating class, although she doesn't remember me.
Supposedly.
You knew my sisters, but you didn't know me,
Just-
which is very weird.
Oh wait, I didn't call your sisters bitches on the air, did I?
Well, you should.
I just did.
Well, how do you really feel?
I don't know.
All
I'm
right.
sure they're much better now.
So anyway, on the last note, Pee Wee said good weed in the 80s, to which I'll say there's bad weed. I'm kidding.
There is, I think.
I know
That's what I heard.
Yeah, there's all sorts of horrible stuff. But I would say in 2020 that based on Pee Wee's answer that weed is a lot better now than in the 80s.
That's what I've heard.
That's what I've heard. Only heard, never experienced. All right, Lisa, you want to get out of here?
You know why?
Why?
I have to go to the wee wee
I
chat
know.
room.
Will you say goodnight, and Dershie and I will take us out of here.
Okay. Good night.
That's Oh my God.
There. What did they use it? Good night, Gracie. That's our cat.
You grew pot in your backyard?
Who did?
Pee-wee.
Oh,
I like
nice.
in Hawaii?
We're in Hawaii.
You grew up in Hawaii.
We're in Hawaii.
That's pretty hip.
I've been there.
I thought you had to go yet.
Well, I want to see where Pee Wee used to live.
All right. Anyway, Dershie and I will be on again at 8:30, and that will be our on our political show.
And then I'll hear you talking all the way in the house.
She probably will.
I do, actually.
And all the sites that I'm on, I'm about to repost it, so you'll see the link for it very shortly. Just look on my page if you follow me. Let's see. What else you got to add, Dersh?
After this show, nothing.
Wait, you have to be on the next show. You got to have something to add.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us tonight, everybody. It was fantastic. We will be back next Tuesday. Same time, same bat station, same bat channel.
Chuck Nellis birthday party show.
That'll be my birthday show, yeah.
The Chuck Jam. We'll name it the Chuck Jam next week. And Chuck and I will be back in about a half an hour to do the right side of politics. Please join us there. Before you leave, make sure you like, make sure you follow, make sure you click that little dingy bell so that you get notified. And the next time we are on the air, you'll know immediately. Have a great night.
Thank you, Darcy.
Yep.
Oh, wait.
What?
Shut up, Chuck.
I know you didn't say it once the whole show.
I just did.
I was beginning to feel unloved or something over here.
Shut up, Chuck.
No,
Shut up, Chuck.
Hey, guys, thank you very much for joining us. We love that you come and play in our house and we hang out and all that. It's really a good time. Please do join us next week, and please do subscribe, because then you get that notice and you don't even have to think, oh God, when's the show on?
Don't even have to think.
Don't even have to think.
Those of you who don't even have to think should join you in half an hour.
Did you see he's from Waipahu? Shut up, Lisa.
I did.
I just posted it, Pee-wee. So you'll see it. You guys will all see it on as my last post. Good night, everybody. God bless you, and thank you for joining us.
Good night.
Bye.